Hello, YouTube and SMP members. Today we have a little bit of an important video. We are going to be talking about Chapter 1 from Sponda's story. We have some new developments within the story that I am going to kind of discuss and hopefully discuss with each of you um, later. So, we have an opening mystery that I'm hoping kind of sits well with everyone. Is This is kind of finally the beginning of the first chapter here, um, titled "The Fall of the First Forge," which the newcomers, which are Dad Will Carry, Neostorm, Colt Seaman, and Scope Goes Z. We're all learning through old ruins and scattered records that the First Forge's downfall came not from battle but from hubris. A forbidden artifact was wielded too soon, shattering their unity and leaving the Ender Dragon unchecked. This is setting a tone of caution for the heroes of the past. That they failed not because of their weaknesses, but because of recklessness. Their team building skills were not good enough, making them very reckless in their decisions, making them very ambiguous. So using an artifact too soon um, wasn't good on their part because that's what made them ultimately perish from the Ender Dragon. So Act 2 is what remains, which the remains being the hidden vault. And early on, the group uncovers whispers of a vault sealed deep underground, hidden away by Valen, the architect, before the first forge fell. This vault will be a recurring thread that the newcomers deal with. They find this vault and they keep finding connections to this vault, this piece, this settlement that shares a bit of mystery. And each character kind of gets this itchy feeling that something is in that vault, something for each one of them, something calling to them, something telling them that there's more to their purpose within this world. This sanction of their life is about to change with this place. So they keep coming back, and pieces by pieces things come together and really give them an idea of what their purpose in this story is. The first structure that really comes together in this story is a shrine to the fallen heroes. Instead of diving right into a bustling settlement in this story, the newcomers first agree that they need to raise a shrine dedicated to these fallen members. They're fans of these heroes that have fallen, each of them loving one of their corresponding characters, whether it's Dao Carey really feeling a connection, a bond, an attachment to a warrior that has fallen. So having a shrine dedicated to the fallen members of the First Forge is really a tangible server build goal, while also rooting the story in respect for the past, and it's foreshadowing the dangers that they'll face. So they build it in their town, their sanction place, their safe home, and they build a massive monument dedicated to these heroes. And within Act 4, we finally get a disturbing sign, a humming obsidian altar. Near spawn, the group discovers a strange obsidian altar that hums with unnatural energy. And finally, at night, it glows a faintly purple color as if tied to the Ender Dragon's lingering power, as if it is it is crawling, it is clawing its way into the overworld and trying to tell you, I'm still here. I'm alive, waiting for my next champions to fall at the hands of the Ender Dragon. And this is the characters. This is the group's first omen that the dragon's return is not just legend. It's already happening. It's already stirring into place. And so in Act 5, a rift in the sky leads them to a new destination. This is their, like, wait a minute. What is this? This is not the end. This is not the Nether. This has no connection to the overworld. This is a rift into a new universe. And soon after, an unnatural event occurs where this rift tears open in the skies above like a scar across the heavens. And the group realizes, could it be connected to the altar? Maybe this wasn't the Ender Dragon's return. Maybe this is something more evil, something from another realm, something more dangerous than the Ender Dragon. Maybe the Ender Dragon is a pawn in this thing, this dimension, this new place has its own rulers and its own people invading. Their next journey will be to investigate this rift and setting up the next chapter's adventure, which leads into Act 6, which is the first relic, finding Garen's broken blade deep within an old ruin. And the entire group discovers this broken sword of Garen the warrior, which is Dao Carey's idol. The sole purpose for Dao Carey's fighting, his actions, are because Garen is reckless and always on top of the world, always holding up that blade in full glory, just for him to die to the hands of the Ender Dragon. So they find this broken sword of Garen the warrior, rusted and shattered, but still holding faint traces of the power that it holds. It serves as both a relic of failure and a rallying symbol. And this is really the first true proof that they can pick up where the first forge left off. The cool thing is now every player's choice ties directly into gameplay. They can build the shrine. They can hunt for the hidden vault. They can roleplay around the altar and rift. They already have a first relic questline, repairing or empowering Garen's blade. This is really not even a story. This is a narrative. This is your story. It is your decision on where this story goes. If you don't want to pick up Garen's blade, that is your choice. If you don't want to further discover the rift, if you don't feel like it is your problem, that is your choice. If you don't want to investigate and be curious about the obsidian altar, that is your choice. That is your path. All of these are different choices. These are all what if scenarios for each of the players. This is all just your narrative. This is all just your draft. It all comes down to a perfect polished chapter, and you are building your own style and your own tone to this story. We will be fully starting this lore. I have an official release date for the first chapter when this begins. Um, if anyone is confused about the ending of um, the other lore that we did with Superman, ask away. If there is anything that you do not understand, um, I will answer. I will answer whether you ask it in the comments or if you simply uh, message me on PlayStation or um, yeah. If you have any questions about previous lore, if you have any questions about the SMP in general, please ask. There is no wrong answers. We are going to read today a tiny piece of chapter 1 from Spawn to Story. And we already went over we already went over the details, the context. We are going to give you a little tease as to the beginning of the CML SMP chapter 1 from Spawn to Story. Here it is, the very first chapter. The newcomers arrived at dawn, their footsteps falling on ground heavy with forgotten history. Around them, the land stretched wide and silent, yet something in the air whispered of power long buried. They had not come merely to survive. They had come to uncover the truth of the world and to shape a story greater than themselves. In the days that followed, fragments of the past revealed themselves. They learned the first forge had not fallen in glorious battle, but through folly. A forbidden artifact wielded too soon shattered their unity and doomed their legacy. What was meant to save them had instead consumed them. Yet not all was lost. Whispers spoke of a hidden vault sealed deep underground by Valen the architect before the final collapse. Its location was forgotten, its treasures locked away, waiting for those brave enough to seek it. Before they could journey forward, the newcomers chose to honor the past. At the heart of their beginnings, they raised a shrine, a monument to the fallen heroes of the First Forge. Stone by stone, the shrine stood as a reminder. The world had been broken once, and it would not be broken again. That is a little piece of chapter 1. That this really does officially begin. Chapter 1 from Spawn to Story. Officially begins on Tuesday, August 19th, Tuesday, is when Chapter 1 begins. That is the official release date. I was combing through a few other dates. I was thinking Tuesday the 12th, but as it started getting closer and closer, I kind of just was like, oh man, this is not it. This is not the date I want it to start. This is not the beginning I'm looking for. And I had to keep writing. I had to keep diving in to really figure out the tone I was trying to reach for. The tone has always been dark and very confusing for new members that would come in. I would tell them what the story was about, and they would get very lost very fast. Usually, the story was multiverse related, or the story was superheroes. So, I really was trying to come up with something where we were not involving gods or a superhero or a villain from another universe causing issues within the multiverse. So I was really diving in and trying to remember, what is Minecraft about? And Minecraft, it has no story. It would literally, when they made the Telltale Minecraft story mode game, they created something unique and really forged a great story out of Minecraft, giving us four heroes that rose to defeat the Ender Dragon, and they were successful. But I decided, what if we change these heroes? What if I make these heroes have have character? Not just have these characters be heroes, but have these characters be something that are legends, but maybe those legends are lies, half truths. And it really finally came down that I realized I have a starting point. I have heroes that fall to the Ender Dragon, but I couldn't figure out why. Why did they fail? It seems so easy in the game. It is a very easy thing, but then I realized we have the Better on Bedrock add-on in this world, which makes the Ender Dragon have more HP and is stronger. So we have to canonize the fact that he is stronger in this world. We have to make this story unique. So clearly they failed for a reason. So I originally just went, well, it's just a too powerful dragon. But I was like, I really built these heroes up to be the best. How could they still fail to a dragon? And I figured it out. After I did a vote, I came up with several other options that really clicked with me. It really finally hit me that maybe they they failed because either A, there was a betrayal. Someone from their team did something to make all of them fail. But I was like, I hope my group doesn't pick that one, because I feel like if this is a group that has been together for centuries, why now? So I was really hoping they wouldn't pick that one. The second one was a miscalculated plan during the Ender Dragon battle. I liked that one. I thought maybe they just messed up. Maybe they didn't fully grasp this dragon's power. Maybe they didn't study it enough. I liked that one. Then we had B, or C, a forbidden artifact used too soon. Maybe they had an artifact that would easily defeat the dragon, but maybe someone got reckless. Maybe one of the warriors used that artifact too soon, and it cost all of their lives. I really liked that one. And then we had D. The Forge never failed, they just vanished for a reason. I thought that was kind of a way out. I think that wasn't going to be good enough. I think that if they had picked that one, that would have made the story boring. It would have just been a way out answer, and it would have shortened this story quite a bit. So what they finally picked was a forbidden artifact used too soon, and I was very happy with that answer. I think that really easily gives us a good starting point. Okay, they went in. They had an artifact that they had found or crafted. We don't know. And they were like, this thing can defeat the Ender Dragon in one shot. And one of them, we don't know who, we don't know what, they used it too soon, and it didn't work. And it cost their lives. This dragon's not like any other dragon from any other realm. This is the Ender Dragon. And it killed them all, slaughtered them all. I was really trying to think, what if, let's say, we do get to the end? What if these newcomers get to the end finally? What does it look like? What does this realm now look like after the fact that it's already killed so many? What can I do to change that? Well, I was thinking instantly, we make it gory. We make it look like this dragon does not care about its home. It doesn't care how it looks. It wants it to look like the next people that come will see what it has done already. It's gonna see remnants of old heroes going in and trying to kill this thing and clearly failing miserably. I want to put gore all over the end. And so then when it really came down to what does remain of this first forge, what remains of this group? A is the best answer. A hidden vault sealed deep underground. I love that answer because um it really gives us a location. It gives us an on-site location that they have to look for. Okay, there's a hidden vault somewhere sealed deep underground that they used to use as their headquarters. Whether it was inside a volcano, in the mountains, it was just simply on the plains, somewhere on site in the overworld, close to home. And they find it, and there's something there for everyone, a presence calling to them. I didn't necessarily really like B, a corrupted fragment of the Ender Dragon's essence. I didn't like that one because I just didn't want any essence of the Ender Dragon or any presence of the Ender Dragon um yet. I think we build it. We build to that. If we just have them find a remain like that, it doesn't feel like, well, we found an essence, but what do we do with this essence? What is this for? What does this mean? And there was no answer. So I didn't like that one. And C, A surviving member in hiding was also, I think, a way out. I think that was like, well, I thought that they all died. And how did he get out? What did he do? If this dragon is so powerful that it kills all of them, how did one survive? It wasn't right. It didn't sit well with me. It was a way out. And then the abandoned city overtaken by nature. That felt apocalyptic. I don't think we go apocalyptic. Simple answer. Now we had some world building slash direction choices. This is really where the players go or how the world evolved. So this was the group's journey, the structures that they were going to find or build. So when it came down to it, instantly they voted for a rift in the sky. Majority voted rift in the sky, and I loved it. Fortnite easily captured a really good story in Chapter 1, Season 4. Everyone saw that rift in the sky and started the theories flowing in. A rift in the sky really adds to as an environment. It really, what is this? What is this thing doing here? And why did it all of a sudden appear? What caused this? So a mysterious rift in the sky was an instant answer. Now for structures, this got a little bit hard, but a shrine to fallen heroes was what won. And I wasn't fully okay with that, but now I am. I'm like, well, this could really be interesting because it's a group project. It's something that the group can finally do together. It's something that they can all do that matters. It is a shrine to the heroes that they loved. And we needed a threat. We needed something that was a very large threat to this group. And so I thought, honestly, a strange humming obsidian altar sums it up perfectly. This group doesn't know what this thing means. They don't know if they should put anything on the altar, if they should break the altar. This is Minecraft. Mostly everything in this game can be broken. So I thought, what if it was something they couldn't break as well? There's not many things in this game that you can break, but there are things. So I thought, well, this thing maybe not should just not also be breakable. And it can't be made out of obsidian, but I can do some obsidian related things that makes it an obsidian altar. Maybe the altar is holding obsidian. But why is it holding obsidian? Obsidian's not from the end. Obsidian is something from lava and water. So what's the deal with the obsidian altar? Because it's humming. It's got to have something to do with the Ender Dragon because it's got that purple end glow to it as well. So it's end related. But why obsidian? If you have been to the end, you'll know there's some obsidian pillars. And we'll learn. I don't want to say what that obsidian altar means, but it is a looming threat. And Garen's Broken Blade, I think, was an instant everyone voted. Everyone voted for Garen's Blade. I think one person voted for Nexi's Power Core, which also would have been not a bad answer, but Garen's Broken Blade was an instant answer. I remember playing Terraria and getting the Broken Hero Sword and instantly questioning, can I repair the Broken Hero Sword in Terraria? And obviously, I still think you can't, but as the time I was playing, you couldn't. So I then now was like, I think we use that. We use as it's something that can't be repaired, but still be used in some way. It is a relic of the first forge. Maybe there's something we can do to extract its power. And so obviously, each hero is probably going to have a relic that we can find, whether it's Nexi's Power Core, Myro's Cloak of Embers, or Valen's World Map. All of these will be able to be found within the world. But the one that the First Forge finds first is Garen's Broken Blade. And so the main thing I want to talk about, because majority of SMP members know those answers, but I wanted to get more in depth on those answers. But now I want to finally go with some of the more new stuff here. So I want to talk about the state of this is more out of SMP stuff, but I want to talk about it because it's on my mind, and when things are on my mind, I want to talk about it. The state of games. We are in a semi-great spot. We have 2 servers running right now, and maybe a third one being opened as well. We have the CML SMP, the RLCraft realm, and possibly the Realism Craft realm opening up soon as well, possibly on the 26th. And I've been playing Dead Island 2, trying to platinum that. With as well trying to play the new Fortnite season, which has been phenomenal, by the way. I've enjoyed that season a lot more than last season. Last season was good too. But this one is really good. Obviously, we have the Battlefield 6 beta going on right now, so I'm also trying to play that. So I can get a true opinion on the game and then determine whether or not I purchase the game or not when it comes out. I think it's going to be $60 at launch. Then we also have Gamescom coming up here on Tuesday, the 19th. Same day that Chapter 1 begins. So we can watch Gamescom and also enjoy the lore. And Gamescom has some Black Ops 7 news and reveal. Most likely a beta coming the following couple weeks after, which is great. We can play the Black Ops 7 beta, which in recent motion, the Call of Duty betas have been pretty good. I remember playing the Cold War Alpha back in 2020. What a game, man. What a game. But then we also have, obviously, Modern Warfare 2 beta. I don't think I played Vanguards. But Modern Warfare 2's beta, good. Good beta. Bad game. Good beta. It's weird how that can be, but not going to get into it. Modern Warfare 3 beta, awesome. and Black Ops 6 beta, awesome. And now we're about to be in the Black Ops 7 beta. And it's tricky because Battlefield 6 is a really good game right now. I am enjoying it. I will probably enjoy even more when it's fully out with all the weapons, camo challenges, official grind starting on that game. I've been trying to get back into my Black Ops 6 camo grind. It's a struggle. I'm very out of it. I don't like the camo challenges in that game. It is killing me to my core, but I'm trying to get through it. Because Modern Warfare 2 finished all those camos. Modern Warfare 3 finished all of them, plus DLC. Um, so, kind of do need to finish Black Ops 6 as well. But I'm trying. What can I say? So, I want to talk about games that I will start streaming. I have been so bad at streaming games, starting a playthrough and sticking to that playthrough, because most of the time I will start the playthrough and then start playing it offline. Not how a playthrough works. So I'm trying my hardest to find a game that I could stream. It could have been Dead Island 2, but I played that a lot offline as well. That was nonstop. That game got me hooked. So I'm thinking, I'm not going to say which game because I don't know yet. I want to get into Elden Ring again as well, but that's a hard game to get into. That game for the for the longest time really really pissed me off. I mean, you can look back at the streams. They're there. And that is all real anger. That is not for show anger. That is all raw, real anger coming out of me. I was pissed with that game. So I would love to get back into it, but man, I know it's not the game. It's not the game at all. The game is great. I know it is. And I did have a lot of fun still playing it, even though I was raging hard. But I'm just bad at Souls games. I will fully admit that. So I would love to try and get back into the game, but it's not time. It's not yet. Not yet at all. I've got lots of other games that are calling to me. Elden Ring is not calling. So we're waiting. And I just have so much other things to focus on that Elden Ring is the bottom of my list right now. Should it be? Because I already was playing it? Not necessarily. I don't like starting games and then not finishing them. That's not my thing. But sometimes when it's a game like that, that game, I do deserve a break before I break something. I'm not one to break my own stuff. I don't like. I will maybe throw something that I don't care about for show. Like I threw away mouse one time that I was already gonna throw away. It was a crappy mouse, so I just chucked it across my room just for fun. It was funny. Um, but I would never actually, let's say, grab my PS5 off my table and chuck it across the room. Not something I would do. Same with my controller. Never would chuck it. Not only is my headset connected to my controller, so that would take the headset with me and most likely move with it. So I wouldn't do that. I'm just not one for breaking electronics. If I buy it, or if someone gives it to me, I would never break it. Because that's going to come out of my pocket afterwards. So it's just not smart. It's not even smart to hit your controller either. I don't get that. I hit my desk. I hit my desk because my desk is sturdy as hell. Um, it's that hard. I don't know what this it's like. It's wood, but it's like a hard wood. Um, yeah, I hit my desk sometimes. I think you probably would hear that in Elden Ring streams, but you know, is what it is. But that is kind of where I'm at on the gaming right now. I want to do more streams on other games. I want to start a playthrough. I don't want to do streams on like those types of things. I might start streaming the SMP. I don't know. I was thinking about streaming RL Craft or Realism Craft, but I just don't think SMP is. It's in a weird spot right now that if I started streaming, I don't think it would really work with me. You know, I don't think it's right. Maybe I'll try it once and we'll see how that goes. Um, statue tutorials. I think I want to do more of those, but you know, they do well. They do okay, I think. Um, let's see what else. Ah, um, I want to talk. No, we'll save that for another video. That's not for this video. Never mind. Okay, yeah. That's on my mind right now. We talked about the SMP. Talked about somewhere where I'm at with games right now. I'm excited for Gamescom. I'm excited for the SMP. I'm excited for Arlocraft. I haven't started my character yet. I know Del Carey has, so he's been playing that a little bit, getting his spot settled. So I'll probably get in there soon. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see if I have time. But this video should go out in the morning. I don't know if I'll have a thumbnail for it, but it'll be pushed out at least for you guys. So obviously if you're watching. So yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm very excited for this new chapter of the SMP. It's confusing, I know. I think you just got to put it as the Superman stuff was all a prologue, um, getting us started with something. And now that we've actually had time to craft a story, here's the actual first chapter of that story, and all of it is still in canon within the universe. So it's not like this first chapter is you guys coming in and looking around like, where am I at? No, this first chapter is picking right off where we left off with the Superman stuff. So, like I said in the beginning era of this video, if you have questions about the lore that we left off on with the prologue, the Superman stuff, please ask. We have 3 members, 4 including myself, as of right now. 5 counting one we're going to be putting in here um, before chapter 1 begins, so we can get him all caught up if he's ready. Very very excited. Like I said, I am all for this SMP going well. I want this town to look good. Right now, I'm not pleased. I hate this town. I would burn it. I would burn it to the ground and have no feelings for it at all. It is a miserable town. I cannot wait to work on it. And it's gonna look great by the end of chapter 1, I hope. But that's all I have to say. I will see everyone in the next video or uh, in a stream or in the SMP. It is 1 in the morning. I'm gonna go to bed. See y'all next time. Goodbye.